Hi everyone, welcome to my channel again. I am here to show you a video. Actually, it's a tutorial about how I put the acrylic near the cuticle area. Okay, so laying the acrylic near the cuticle area is hard because if you go onto the cuticle up here, then your acrylic is probably going to be lifting very soon. So we don't want that. So I'm going to show you how I do it so that we can get the acrylic laid on the nail close to the cuticle but not touching the cuticle and flush to the nail. Okay, that way when it's growing, you can't see the difference between the natural nail and the acrylic that much. So that will help you a lot. Now, the nail has to be thicker from the middle. Okay, it has to be thin from the sides and thicker from the middle always. Okay, so try that your um the top part or the edge of your nail is always as thin as a credit card. If you see my nails are thin like a credit card. Okay, as long as your middle part is thick, not very thick, but thicker, then you're going to be fine with doing the edges of your nails very thin so that they look more natural and more aesthetic, more pretty. Okay, so I'm going to show you on 3 nails how I lay the acrylic close to the cuticle area and how to lay it and how to move it around without touching the cuticle. Okay. So I had to put my phone underneath because the camera wasn't wanting to focus very well. But as you can see here, I am going to put a ball of acrylic on the nail close to the cuticle, but not very close. Okay, not touching the cuticle. Remember that we're going to push it towards the cuticle a little bit, so you don't want to put it so close so that when we push it, it touches it. Okay, so put it a little, far from the cuticle area. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put your brush at an angle of 45 degrees and you're going to push down. Okay, you're going to do that going around the cuticle so that the area next to the cuticle is as thin as possible, but then the other area is not as thin. Okay, as you can see by putting your brush 45 at a 45-degree angle, you're making the top part thinner than the bottom part. Okay, then once you do that, you can um, just go over the area underneath and just brush it down. All right, so that's how you do it. This is the first nail that I did for you. And that one ran a little bit just because I had it on the side. I wasn't sure how to put it so that my camera would get it. But I think I'm doing a good job right now. All right, so there you go. You can't really see the difference between the actual nail and the acrylic. So that's how I've done it. At first, you have to lay it a little bit farther from the cuticle area here, um, so that you don't touch it when you push it down. But once you get the hang of it, once you have more experience, then you can lay it closer and closer to make it look a lot better, and you won't be touching the cuticle. But until you learn, it's not. There's nothing wrong with leaving it a little bit further from the cuticle. Okay. So just to make sure that you understood correctly, I'm going to do another 2 nails. All right, so doing the same thing, we're going to lay the bead of acrylic. And in this videos, I'm just doing the top part just to show you how it's done. I'm not going to do the full nail or anything, so I just wanted to show you how to do it at the part next to the cuticle area. So you put the bead of acrylic close to the cuticle area, but not touching the cuticle at all. Always try to avoid the skin. Always try to prepare your nail before doing all these steps because it doesn't matter how well you lay the acrylic if you don't prepare your nail before there's going to be lifting. Okay, so as you can see on here, I put my brush at a 45-degree angle and I start pushing it down and I go all around the cuticle. If you notice how I just touch the part of the cuticle area with the very edge of my brush, and then I go down. I don't go out down all the way just because I want that curve to stay. Okay, so then you brush down. Okay, I hope that you're noticing how I'm just putting the brush at the very edge and then just pushing down. It took me a while to learn how to do it because in school they just show you the basic things and they just, you go over, it's like a chapter book and there's a chapter about how to lay the acrylic. So they do not go very much into detail. So everything that you learn, you kind of just go learning it with experience. So just practice, 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 and you'll get there. Okay, as you can see on this nail, you can barely see where the acrylic starts and where the natural nail is at. But when you turn it around or when you turn it sideways, you can see the difference. You can't see where it starts and where the natural nail is, but you can see that little curve showing us that it's thinner from the top than from the middle. Okay, so it kind of goes into a curve. So it's thinner and then it's thicker in the middle and then it goes back down to thinner at the edge. And that's how you get that very nice curve. So this is the third nail that I'm going to be doing for you guys. All right, so I'm going to lay the bead of acrylic next to the cuticle area. And just so you know, this video was pre-recorded in Spanish, so that's why maybe my hand movements and what I'm saying is kind of maybe not making sense. But I just wanted to upload it in English as well because I do know that there's a lot of you guys that don't speak Spanish and that will understand English. So I hope that this helps you too. So I was trying to put the bead right there, but it was a little dry. So I put that one down and I took a new one. So this one I am putting it next to the cuticle as well. And notice how on this one it is a little bit closer to the cuticle area than the other ones. So then I put my brush on a 45-degree angle and then push down. Okay, so I go around doing the same thing to make sure that all the cuticle area is flush. And then once I have that done, I just go in and brush it down. Okay. And always there's a very high importance in the consistency of your beads. Okay, so practice the consistency first because you want that bead to be a little more liquid than a little more wetter, wet than the other ones. Just because that one has to be a little bit more, it has to give you more time to play with it and to put it on the right place and everything. So just make sure that you practice your consistency first with, knowing how to do a small bead, a medium bead, a large bead. Okay, and that will help you a lot. So as you can see here, you can barely see where the nail starts. And same thing on the side. You can see that it goes up in a curve. So there you go. I hope that you like it. I hope that this video is helpful. I got a request from Angelicas Nails here on YouTube to make this video and help her out. So if you guys have any requests or anything like that, just let me know. I'll be happy to upload a video for you as soon as I can. I hope that you guys like the video. I hope that it helps. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.